Hello everybody, I'm Kevbotomy and welcome back to another Minecraft Redstone video. Today we are playing in the Snapshot 16w42a and I have probably the coolest redstone bug I've ever seen. It's super awesome and I like to call it Budstone, and you're going to find out why right now. So here we are, we have this area surrounded in carpet here. And what this is it's a basic repeater inverter. If you don't believe me, see it for yourself. So, whatever the input is, the output is the opposite, just like a torch. And to go along with why I'm calling it Budstone, if you give that redstone dust an update, like with a block, it will go back to how it should be. So this is very interesting and can lead to some really cool mechanics. Now it doesn't just work with repeaters, it also works with comparators. If we slide on over to this side, you'll also see that it works with observers. Now, observers work a little bit differently. You power it and it goes on, but when you unpower it, it stays on. And it's going to stay that way until you update it. So that effectively gives you a nice compact RS NOR latch. So another interesting thing about this is how you can update this redstone line. So if we trigger our RS NOR latch here and turn it off, you'll see that this line is powered. So if we try to use a redstone signal to cancel it, say from here or there, you'll see that the signal isn't actually updated and it doesn't get canceled. However, as soon as you're close enough, when you do that, you're updating the signal strength within 3 blocks of there, and that is enough to actually update that redstone. Now, another interesting thing to note is that if you want to update this with placing a block, you can only do it from the very closest redstone dust. This also works with the comparators and the repeaters on their inverter, but an interesting thing is if the input is turned on, and then you power the line, it's going to stay on no matter where you powered it from. Alright guys, so say you don't want to invert that signal. Let's say you just want to power the block, and well, one solution is to actually use a redstone torch there. Now I mentioned that if you have a redstone dust that is up to 3 blocks away from that dust, it should update it. So that also applies to redstone torches. So if we flick this lever, you'll see that we actually get a solid signal going all the way through the blocks that turns off just fine. And so that's really neat. Now, unfortunately, you cannot use torches to update torches. Well, it seems that you can once, and then after that, it doesn't work. If we fly over here, as you can see, that last torch stays on and doesn't change. So what's so great about these redstone dust repeater inverters anyway? What can you actually do with them? Well, I'll show you what you can do with them. Flick this lever, and when you chain it down, you'll see that the inversion changes instantly. And what we actually get is Instawire that is stable with the input. So it's on or it's off, depending on what your input is. Now, if you have to go a certain distance and you don't want it to be inverted or whatever to this, you can use the torch trick to actually invert the Instawire. Now, keep in mind that you can only use one of these torches, but it's a very useful trick, I would think, and it's really neat consequence of this bug. Alright guys, so it's important to remember that as far as I know, this is actually a bug. It's not an intended feature, and it is going to eventually be removed. So, personally, I think it's almost a little bit sad. This is a really cool mechanic, and these last 2 contraptions were kind of just to show that it does have a lot of practical application, even if older farm designs are broken. So here, what we have is this is a monostable circuit on the rising edge. So as you can see, if we turn it off, nothing happens on this end piston. But if we turn it on, the piston update causes a quick flash to the redstone. So that's actually a really cool use of this butting mechanic. And just to show that all old stuff isn't broken, here I have hooked up the torch repeater dust combination into the classic Monostable circuit and T flip-flop. So if we hit the button, we'll eject the block. Hit the button again, that's retracted. So that kind of stuff still works, it just has to be hooked up a little bit differently. But like I said, I don't think any of this is going to be making it through the snapshot, and if it does, well, hopefully some of this is useful to you guys. But thanks for watching, and this has been Kevbotomy with probably my favorite redstone bug ever. Thank you. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you later.